like this, I wish raindrops would fall.
It's not that I'm too cool to get wet, even though I kind of am. It's just the fact that I'm an Iron Chef, and iron and rain don't go together. You know, the Iron Chef could get rusty.
You know what? Ain't nothing that a shot of motor oil can't fix.
Silence, punk. I'm as good as new. Let's go, chef.
Alright, you finished? Because I'm about to start my show. What's up, everybody? It's the Carolina Cook, cooking the Carolinas. Welcome to the Carolina Cook Show. I'm your host, Mr. Chefadette, the Chefadette of the United States, and the Iron Chef. Alright, I'm going to start here by prepping my squash, because I'm going to do some roasted squash. Alright, so let's just go ahead and cut these squash evenly down the middle. Alright, like so. Then we're going to score those squash. Now we come in diagonally. Alright, you can see those slits in there if you look closer. You can see the slits in there. Now I'm going to just hit this squash up with some salt. What that salt is going to do is draw the moisture out. I'll just set these to the side. Let that salt do its thing, draw the moisture out until it's time for me to get ready to roast them. I have a red bell pepper here. I'm going to dice this up. One diced bell pepper, that's it. And I have some diced white onions. And we're going to throw some minced garlic in there too. I found a zucchini in here. So I'll go ahead and prep up a zucchini to be roasted as well, along with the squash. So now I got yellow squash and zucchini squash. And looky, I found a tomato. Even though I'll be using tomato paste, I'm going to go ahead and chop up a tomato as well. I'm going to add some olive oil to these skillets, all right? Now, I'm using olive oil with an extra light taste. I don't want that strong taste of olive oil. You know, me personally, I don't really like that strong, overwhelming taste of extra virgin olive oil. So, light doesn't really have as much taste as regular. So I'm going to get my diced onions and peppers going in this pan. Get the onions going with some minced garlic. Let's add those red peppers. And I'm going to add some tomato sauce. And those tomatoes. Now I got some squid that I'm going to go ahead and add to the other skillet. As the squid is going, I'm going to hit this with a little bit of Slap Your Mama, the tomato paste mix. Keep in mind, this is my own version. Going to hit it with some Old Bay since I'm using seafood. Little black pepper, and of course garlic powder, little smoked paprika. Now I'm gonna hit it with a pack of Sazon Goya. Then I'll go ahead and add my calamari to it. With all the juices and flavor that cooked off. Now I got some clam meat that I'm going to drop in there. And I got some mussels that I'm gonna add in there. And I got some scallops that I'm gonna add in there. Should I add the scallops now or later? I got some chicken thighs here, y'all. Go ahead and oil them up with some olive oil. Gonna hit them with the same seasonings that I hit that sauce with. I don't go by measurement, I go by feel. We're just gonna add that chicken to the skillet. Get a good sear on it. Then I'm gonna dice it up. All right, now let's go ahead and flip this chicken. See that nice sear on there. Now my concern was not to really cook this chicken all the way through, just to get a good sear on each side. Because once we add it to that sauce, it's gonna continue to cook. Let's go ahead now and remove this chicken. Let's add our chicken to that mix. So now we're just going to add our rice and cook our rice into this. Use whatever kind of rice you want, you know what I mean? It's my version, so I'm using the type of rice that I want to use. Work your rice in there. After peeling my shrimp, I just reserved the peels, and I'm making a seafood stock out of the shrimp peels that I'm going to add to the rice. We're just gonna let that cook off, man. Gonna let it go for about 5 minutes. Then after 5 minutes, I'm gonna bring it down to a simmer, like a medium low, and let it simmer the rest of the way. If all else fails, you're basically just cooking this rice until it's done, all right? Then towards the end, you wanna turn it to medium-high heat for like a minute. That way you get that nice char on the bottom. I remember growing up, my mom used to just cook her rice and let it go. You know, just let that rice go, let it cook undisturbed. And what it did was form a nice crust around the pot. You know, you had the nice scorched rice on the bottom, and we used to love to eat that when you get to the bottom of the pot. We would just eat it like it was bread or cake or something. You know, that scorched rice just had a good taste, so that's what you want on the bottom of this. Not burnt, scorched. All right, so a minute should get you there, medium-high heat. All right, and now that we got that rice going, that salt has had plenty of time to draw the moisture out of the squash and the zucchini squash. All right, so let me show y'all what that looks like. You can see that moisture sitting on top, like dew in the morning. Now what I'm gonna do is just blot that moisture off of there. And that's gonna allow you to get a nice sear. So let's go ahead and oil that up with some olive oil. Then I'm gonna hit it with some buttery steakhouse seasoning. Oh yeah, those are nice and roasted. Well, that look like fish. Okay, y'all, now we going for that little scorch on the bottom that I was telling you about. Well, come with me. We're gonna go ahead and turn it to a medium-high heat. Medium-high, I would say between 6 and 7 there. And as you can see, that broth is kind of dissipated, soaked up in everything. All right, so I'm gonna let this go for exactly 1 minute. All right, after that minute is up, you want to turn the heat off. Then once you turn that heat off, you're gonna grab yourself some foil and cover it. I'm doing a good job acting like this is not hot. It's covered with foil and a cloth. And we're gonna let that sit for about 7 minutes. And voila. There it is. Fresh, steamy, moist paella. Let's just drop some fresh parsley on top of this paella. Got it garnished with fresh parsley. And we get ready to serve this up. That's what I'm talking about when you get that charred rice on the bottom, man. That's the gold right there. That's gold.
And there you have it, and I got to have it, my country Southern Iron Chef version of paella. I got that roasted zucchini squash on the side. I have roasted yellow squash on the side. And I have a honey cornbread muffin on the side. This, of course, is a seafood paella, so it has mussels, clam, and calamari and scallops cooked into the rice. And it was topped off with mussels in the shell and clams in the shell and shrimp and garnished with fresh parsley.
Woo, woo, woo. I'm going to wash that down with a Jamaican pineapple ginger soda. Yeah. The Iron Chef has done it again.
Iron Chef! I am the chef-a-dent of the United States. When I'm not in the Oval Office, I'm in the Oval Kitchen. Thank y'all for watching. See you next time. You don't have to go home, but you got to get up out of my kitchen. You out!